Hello everybody, in today's video, by request, I'm going to be doing a walkthrough / tutorial of the Ultramorphix. Now, Tripoom did mass produce a bunch of these things, so I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that could also benefit from this as well. Now, you do have to know how to solve a 5x5 and a 3x3, so I'm not going to cover all of those things. But I will be covering all the supercube algorithms and things like that for the last two centers and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and scramble this thing up. Alright, so I think we've got a pretty good scramble here. So the first thing we're going to do, just like any 5x5, is we're going to reduce the centers down. So we're going to start with any center. I am going to start with the white and yellow center. So I can see that this white piece is already matched up. Now you got to be careful because you can also get another piece that's not matched up. And you'll be able to feel whether it's matched up or not. So now I need a yellow one here. So I think that this yellow one here will do. So we'll hide that and put this one here. So now we've got our first bar. Put it like this and let's look for another white and yellow piece, which is right here. And this is actually already matched up. And that is not going to be the one because, or maybe it will. No. So now we can see, it's best to always put it next to it as well to make sure that it's lined up like that, because you can see that I had the bar, but it's the wrong way. So it's matched up, so I need to put another, and this yellow one is already put in, so I need to put another yellow one right there. So I'll put this like this, so we can put a yellow one here. Look for a yellow one. That one will not fit. So let's try one of these ones. Where's my yellow piece? Right here. So this one here looks like it'll fit. So now we've got another bar. And we can put that in. So now we look for the other yellow and white corner. Right here, you can see that one fits there. It's got a white one with it already, so we need this white one. So we can go like this. Do we have one that'll fit? Yes, right here. So we've got our first center. Now we work on the opposite center. So we're looking for red and green, and this one's already got one piece put together. I can see that this one, just from experience, isn't going to fit there. It will be backwards. So, and so will that one. All right, so let's keep looking. There, that one fits. And now we're looking for another green and red, which is right here. So let's see where this one fits. And it fits there, and luckily again we have one piece, so we're only looking for this one, which is this one right here. So we can go ahead and put this one in, turn it around, bring it back. Now we're looking for the other one, which is right here. Let's see how it's oriented. It's like this, so we need both of these green pieces. So I can see this one here will work, so we'll just match this one up. And here's another one, but I'd like to save that because I can see we've got a full bar here already. And we'll use this one. Where is it? Oh, I'm looking at red. I need a green piece. Okay, so this one here will work. So now we've got this, and we can't just put it in, so we've got to move it out of the way, bring the location it needs down, replace it with the matched pieces, and put it up. So now we can start working on any other one. Now I already saw this, so let's try to work on the green and white. So the green and white is here, and I can see that this matches up here. So I don't want to build it this way, I want to build it this way. So I need a green one that'll fit here, which is probably this one. Yes, it is. And then a white one that fits on the other side, which might be that one. Nope, it's actually, yes, it is. So now you can see that we've got these two. So now we're looking for the other green and white, which is right here. And that gets oriented that way. So we need the two whites. And this one here will work. Now we need the other white corner piece. So when it comes to a corner piece, you can use any one because they're all the same size. So we put this one here and match them up. So now we can go on to any other one. So this one here is already matched up, I believe. No, it is not. So this one, if it won't fit here, it'll fit there. So move it, put it together. Now we need a green one that fits here. which will be this one. And I know that it's this one because this one is arced that way and this one is arced this way. So that fits. We can see this one is here already, but it's oriented backwards. So this one actually belongs here. So let's find the one that belongs there, which is here. And I know that this one is in the upper right, like this. So I need 2 yellows. And this yellow will fit. So we can hide that, turn it around, bring this back, and now a corner yellow one, which is right down here. All right, so now instead of moving this in, turning it around and moving this back, because it'll just leave that one here, let's actually turn this around first and then do it. So it actually brings that one out. Now I know that I put this one in backwards, but that's okay. I'll show you why that's okay afterwards. All right, so this one belongs here. So that one belongs there. And I know that these pieces here, actually, hold on. So I need 2 green ones, sorry. So, match this green up, move it. This green will come up to here, but it's in a different location, so you actually have to do a little bit of 5x5 center stuff that you should already know how to do. And now you'll see why it's okay that we put this one in backwards, because we're going to kick this one out, which puts this one in right ways, turn it around, and bring this one backwards. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the 5th one, we're going to do everything except for one corner. And the corner that we're going to leave is going to be a single color, not a double color. So I can see here that this is already pretty much matched up with the red, which it is. The yellow is not. So let's find the other yellow, which is here. And now let's match up one of these. So this one here can come down here, and I need this little corner piece, which is anywhere right here. So now we've got this matched up. We can bring it down and put this in. And now you can see that we're missing one of these pieces. So I am going to disregard this, and I'm going to build 2 and leave this one out. Now if it does build it, then it does build it. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. So let's just go like that. So we need the yellow one that belongs here, which is this one. So we'll hide this and bring this together. And you will see that we did build all of them. But this is actually good because I'll show you why we leave out that one. We don't even bother. That could be white. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to work on the top, and this is where we're going to spend some of our time. So what we're looking for here is a piece that's matched up. Okay, because we're going to use the Soon algorithm, okay? And the Soon algorithm is the same one on a 3x3. So it's R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, okay? And we're going to do that same thing here, but we're going to do it here. This will be our R with these 2 layers, and our U will be just the top layer. So we're looking for one that's already in. And I can see that just this red one here is already in, because this white one is the wrong one. This white one belongs here. Okay, so what we do is we put the one that's right in front of us, and then you do the Soon algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And now this is great because I've actually come across a bit of, no, I didn't. Okay, so what I'm looking for, you can see that this looks matched up here, but it's not. This one belongs here and this one belongs here. So if I do it again, it should actually solve it. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And yes, it did solve it. Now we've got all of these in, and that's what we're trying to do, is get all of these centers next to it. Not the corner centers, but the edge centers. But sometimes you'll find that you'll have your line that's all flush with itself, but these 2 need swapping. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So now you can see that this one and this one here need swapping. So there's an algorithm to fix that. And also I was going to show you that this yellow has gone now, because when we do our Soon from here, it actually affects this piece. So that's why we don't care. So now you can see this one needs swapping with this one. And the algorithm is very, very simple for this. You do an R with this, and your U's are with the top, just like the Soon algorithm. And you go R, U2, R, U2, and you keep doing that. R, U2, R, U2, R, and you can see that this is back, and now these have swapped. And sometimes as well, you'll find that you'll have two of these that are adjacent to each other, and two of these need swapping. And if that's the case, you just use the algorithms I've already shown you to set it up so there's a line. Now, if you've already got two that are out and two that are in, you can set it up so there's a line in front of you and these two need swapping just by doing the soon algorithm more. So now we're going to go on to the corners. So what we're going to do is flip it from this position to this position. So the one with the odd corner here is gone, and you want to put that in the top right. And that's going to be in your U layer. Now what we're going to do is do a commutator. And what the commutator does is it moves this piece from the top right into the top right position here. This piece moves to the top left down here, and this one moves right here. So it's a 3 cycle. This one goes there, this one goes here, and this one goes here. So this white piece needs to come here. So if we put it here, we know that if we do the algorithm, this will come here and solve it. This will come here and possibly solve it, and this one will come up here. And so the algorithm for this is going to be our R, this is going to be our U, and this is going to be our L. So the algorithm is going to be R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U prime. And as you can see, it did solve these two. And this one is wrong. So we're going to keep this one there because this one always has to stay in the top right. Now, these two are what's going to get affected, so let's turn that over. And all of this stuff down here is going to be saved. So you can look at this layer here as your building layer, and these two as your saving layer, and this also is your swapping piece. So now I can see that if this one comes here, it'll solve it. If this one here comes here, it'll solve it. And if this one comes here, it'll solve it as well. So that's the only algorithm that you need for the corners is that one. So again, it's R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L prime, U. And you can see that we've got all these done. So now we're going on to edges. So now you can start anywhere. I just look around the cube to see if there's anything that's solved. Here we've got these two, so I need another big green one up here. And this is exactly the same as 5x5 edge pairing, except it's a little bit different. It's easier actually because you've got more than one piece. Okay, so we've got this big one that can fit here. We've also got this big one here and this big one here. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Now I'm going to do free slicing, okay, so that means that I can mix up these middle layers however I want, and I won't screw anything up as long as I keep them oriented that way. So we've got this one here. Let's see what else we can put in. We don't really have anything, so let's just put something random in. So now we've got this piece here that belongs down here, and this piece that belongs here. So let's go ahead and put this here, and then flip this edge over, R, U, R prime, U prime, F, U, F prime, U prime. That's basic. Now we can put this here. So now we can see that these two are matched up. Let's see if we can find a middle one that's up here. And we don't. So let's try to look on top. And we do right here. So let's put this one up here and put this one in here. But make sure that you put it in right, because if you put it in this way, it's upside down. Okay? So you have to put it over here and put it in this way. So this is basic 5x5 stuff, so I'm going to start going a bit quicker here. What else can we put in? I can see that we've got this big one and this medium one that can match up, so a small little red one. That belongs in the bottom layer, which is right here. So now we can match all of these up. And what else do we got? We can either, because we've got these two here that we can swap with a little one. We've also got these here that we can swap with a little one. So I'm going to go with the yellow because we've got a yellow piece up here. So exchange it, and now this yellow can kick out the big one. Flip this using basic 5x5 flipping stuff. I actually know a faster algorithm, but it's hard to speed solve it on here. Okay, what else do we need here? A small red one. We can put it in either top or bottom, so it doesn't matter. And the reason for that is because we've got one set up here, and we've got one set up here. So it's in this layer, put it over, flip it. And bring it back. So what do we got? We got another red one right there. So this is the piece, needs to go in this layer. Flip it. Now what else? I can see that things are upside down, so I can actually just deal with whatever I want now. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to flip this piece, because if this piece is flipped, I can match them up with this. So I'm actually going to flip this because my hand is already here. Doesn't matter which one we flip. And now you can see we've got this. And so now we've got 4 done on top, 4 done on the bottom. So now we fix our centers, and now we deal with this. All right, so what do we got here? I'm going to match this one up with this, but I have nothing else up here to replace it with. So let's just put something up there to replace it with, just like that. So now we match this up, and we can exchange it with that one and move this back. All right. So here we have another case where this is flipped upside down for these. And I can't do the usual, edge pairing thing where I go like this and then do it backwards, because this will be turned around and then it won't come back proper. This one will come back in upside down. So we can't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go under and flip. So this one belongs here. So let's bring this underneath that location, flip it, bring it back. Now we're going to do the same with this piece. Bring it over, flip it, bring it back. So now what do we got? We just have these 2 left. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little one and put it up here. So put that location over it, flip it, bring it back. And so now we've just got this. So obviously this one will come here and solve it. We flip it, and this one will come back and solve that. Just like so. So now we go on to the 3x3 stage. And hopefully you already know how to do this, but I'm going to just go over it anyways. What I do is scan the cube and I look for stuff that's already in, like this red one here. So this red one can come there. And now that I've got 2 in, I want to put them on the side. So here's a red and here's a red, just like this. This one is not oriented properly. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I put in the other side, greens. So I can see that this green here can come in, move it back. And now this one can come all the way up there, but it needs to be matched with this first. So let's move it out of the way, move this down, and then put it in, and then bring it up. So now we've got our cross. Okay, so now I'm looking for, say, the small green corner, which is right here. Now I'm looking for the small red one, which is right here. So this is basic 3x3 stuff, so I am going to burn through this section, and we'll concentrate on the last layer a little bit more. So white, red, and green, which is over here. And this actually conveniently put in the edge for us as well. And this is yellow, red, and green. So this one comes in. And so now I need an edge. So I'm just going to do basic 3x3 stuff. I'm not going to cover this because you should already know how to do this. And this one here is flipped. So let's just get it out, replace this corner, put it back, and then go ahead and align them properly, and then put them back in. All right. So now we've got this little one here. Here's another way you can do it as well. You can just bring it up to align it, get it out of the way, bring it down, and then bring it in like this. All right, so now we're on to the last layer. As you can see, everything else is solved. So the way we're going to treat this is the same way we treat a 3x3. You know, here we've got this like that. So it's F, U, R, R prime, F prime. And there's also the line and there's the dot. Okay, in this case, we have an L because we're looking at what's already placed. Okay, so this is the L. So we're going to do our algorithm from here. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And now you can see that we've got 1, 2, 3. And remember, like we did the centers, the center pieces here, we're going to do the soon algorithm to switch these around. But we're going to do it with just this layer now, not this layer. So from here, we're going to do the soon. So we're going to keep the one piece that's in, that's already flush. I mean, this is flush too, but that's not color matched, right? So this is color matched and flush. So I know that that's in. So we do the soon algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And in this case, it did solve it. I'm not going to go through all of the cases, but sometimes you'll do an L and you'll do the F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, and you'll get another L. Or sometimes you'll get a line and then you do the F, you know, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime from the line as well, from this way. And then sometimes you'll get a soon algorithm and you do the soon and it doesn't fix it. It gives you another L. And sometimes you just have to do this over and over and over again and it will solve the cube. So you're not trying to guess what's in and what's out. Some pieces may look in, but they're not in, you know, because this piece can actually also reside here, but it's flipped upside down, right? It's wrong. But you don't know that because there's not two colors like a 3x3 edge. So what you're doing is always looking for what looks right. Okay, so if you have this, you know that that's right, you do your algorithm. It changes, you see what's right, and you do the appropriate algorithm for what the top looks like. Eventually, it might take 10 algorithms, but eventually you will get to the stage. All right, so from here, I can see that this one is in, it's just twisted wrong. Okay, so we're going to do a corner moving algorithm, the same as a 3x3. So if I go like this, you can see this corner is in, but these three are out. So the algorithm that we're going to apply to that, but I'll show you on this one first, is you keep what's already correct in this position right here, to the right and close to you. And you do U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L prime. And it's, you know, like that. So you have to do it again. Right? And so you keep doing that. So this one here is in, so we keep it in the right side, close to you, and you do the algorithm. So U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L. Or I guess the first one was L prime. And you can see it didn't do it again. So let's do it again. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And now these two here need to be twisted, okay? And it's the same thing as this. Okay, so if these are in, and I go like this, okay, I screwed that up, hold on. All right. Anyways, you can't on a 3x3 have two that are twisted and two that are not. What's actually happened here is there's three twisted. It's just one of these triangle pieces is also twisted. So we're going to have to deal with that as well. But we're going to twist these ones first and see where that takes us. So when you want to twist a piece, you have it in front and on the right, just like we did for the swapping algorithm. And now we do R moves and D moves to twist it. So we go R prime, D prime, R, D. Do that twice to finish a cycle. R prime, D prime, R, D. And it's still not twisted, so do it again. You have to do that twice. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. So now that that one's there, but we still have this whole mess down here. So we exchange this for this one. and we do it again until this one's right. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. And you can see it fixed everything except for this one. And that's because when you do this cycle 3 times, it fixes everything on the bottom. So I know that we only have to do it one more time because it can only be twisted 3 ways, right? So R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, so now we've got this big mess, but this whole top layer is fixed. So what we do is we move in a little corner and we just twist this around until this fixes it. So same algorithm, R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 This is fixed. This is still fixed. Now you just have to align the layers again and you are solved. So hopefully that wasn't too quick. My timer right here, you can't see it though, says almost half an hour. So hopefully that's okay. Thank you. See you guys on my next video.